the sum of the angles inside a triangle, right? This plus this plus this. You already know it's 180, but there's a formula for it. It's called n minus 2 times 180. So if n is the number of sides, this is the first. In a triangle, there's always 3 sides, right? So there's, you're going to put in 3 in right inside over here. You're going to 3 minus 2 times 180, right? So that's 1 times 180, that's 180. So that checks out, right? The sum of angles in a triangle is given by this formula, which is so obvious because it's easy over here, right? How about a quadrilateral, which has 4 sides, right? In that case, you're going to use the same formula over here, and then you're going to put in n is equal to 3. So you're going to put it over here, 3 minus 2 times 180, right? Sorry, n is equal to 4 here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. So put in 4 minus 2 times 180, right? And that gives you 2 times 180, which is 360, right? So if you look at a square, it's got 4 sides, right? It's got 4 sides. Excuse me. All of these are 90. 90 plus 90 plus 90 plus 90 gives you 360. So the question for you now is, what is the sum of all the angles in a hexagon? It's got 6 sides, and the formula is n minus 2 times 180. Okay, so tell me what it is. Waiting for you. Nice. I'm getting answers here. Remember, n is equal to how much? Just think about it. In a hexagon, n is equal to 6. Hexa means 6, right? Excellent. Excellent. Well done. Excellent. Today's batch is extra attentive, so I'm happy. All right. So n minus 2 times 180 is, and so that's 120. So that's 720, right? Now, here's the interesting part. Now, this hexagon could be any shape, right? It could be like this. Doesn't matter, right? It's 6-sided. But let's take a special hexagon, which is very, very a favorite of those SAT question makers. That's a regular hexagon, right? Regular, by regular, I mean it's going to have all the angles and the sides equal. Now, this one doesn't very much look like a regular, but it's, trust me, like all of these angles and sides are equal, okay? Now, my question to you is, what is, you already know this guy plus 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 this guy is 720. Now, think about this angle here, okay? And I'm going to tell you that this triangle here is an equilateral triangle. Equilateral triangle. Okay, so each of these angles is 60. Okay, so can you just tell me what is going to be this angle, 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 right? So try to add them and see what answer you get. Add them and see what answer you get. Remember, exactly right. This is 60, but now there's 60 over here and 60 over here. So I'm asking you to add these as well. Then there's these as well, these as well, these as well, these as well. So there's 120 here, you're right, and 120 here, 120 here, 120 for these two angles. This is 120 and this is 120. So take your time, try to find the answer, right? Try to find the answer. Meanwhile, those people who are finding it, yes, yes, exactly right. Well done. Wow, this batch is keeping me on my toes. I was gonna say something, but you guys are good. So remember, this is 120, which is exactly what you got here, right? That's what you got. You take 120, 120, 120, add all these 120s, you get 720, which is exactly what you got using this fantastic formula, right? So one more thing to remember, that a hexagon, a regular hexagon means all the sides and the angles are 60, angles are 60 and sides are equal. So a regular, let me just write it down for you. A regular hexagon, okay? It's all of its angles are 60 degrees, and this is an equilateral triangle, okay? So this is an equilateral, this is an important step you need to understand. I think 2 or 3 of the SAT practice tests, and in many, many SAT tests, they have used this idea where a regular hexagon, when it's broken down, each of these is an equilateral triangle, okay? So that does it, okay? I think this is good. Now you understand this. You have graduated from the Angles Academy. All right, now you know angles. You know angles very well. Now I'm going to show you, there's a practice test, right? So there are quite a few problems you can solve, but let's try one problem here, and then we'll move on to triangles, okay? So here's the problem, folks. Okay, here's the problem, all right? Now, suppose you're given that this is 70 and this is 60, okay? Right? This is 70 and this is 60, and then you're given this guy is 30, okay? So your task is to find this angle, okay? This is given to be 30. So remember, the main goal is first you want to find out, look at this triangle and find out this guy. That's your first step. Once you find out this guy, go here. What is this guy? Find the second. And then you know how to find the third one. That's how you're going to solve it. Okay. Remember, what is being asked is the third one. What is this guy? Be careful. So let's find out this one first. Okay. This one. Excellent. So this is great. This is great. So remember, what is this guy, first of all? This guy over here is going to be 60 plus 70, right? That's 130. So this is going to be 50. Right? This is going to be 50. Now, if this is 50, what is this? If this is 50, this has got to be 130. Right? All of these ideas we've done before. Sum of angles in a triangle, always fill in that triangle, right? Like if there's a triangle and they give you two sides, you just fill it in. Oh, I know this one, this is going to be this plus this is 180. So fill that in. So now then move on over here, 130. So 130 plus 30 plus what is going to be equal to 180, right? So remember that 130 plus 30 plus what is going to be, so this is 160 plus what is going to be 180, right? Because this is 30, this is 130, and so this guy has to be 20. Okay. 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 Yes. Well done. Well done. Well done, many of you. Okay. So if this was difficult, watch the video again, watch the recording again, and it's going to be helpful. Okay. So all of these problems are going to be the practice test, the practice set that I'm going to give you, right? That's a lot of problems, and then work off of them. Okay. Now let's move on to triangles, guys. Okay. Now in triangles, let's think about this idea, okay? Isosceles, okay? Isosceles triangle. Yes, you're gonna get it. You're gonna get it very soon. So, yes, just email me for the cheat sheet, and you're gonna get it, and you're gonna get the practice test as well.